Well, good morning, folks, to a slightly overcast but decent enough weather at London Heathrow, inside one of the main hangars here with British Airways, and here to welcome, as you would have been seeing on social media, the Boac liveried 747. Don't forget, this is a double celebration, of course, with BA's centenary year, and also, of course, the 747 50th birthday. So everyone's celebrating that. Now, as you can see up there, these are huge hangars. Around about 70 feet tall, some of these doors, dependent upon the aircraft that they put in it, but of course this is specifically designed and developed for the tall tail 747 777s, and I'm not sure if they get the 380s in here, but these are the huge scaffold towers for access up to the vertical stabilizers and elevators that obviously clamp together. Unfortunately, I'm not reading your comments, folks, because I'm mobile and carrying the camera and carrying the can for you lot. So BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, formed in 1939, just after the war, just after the outbreak of war, should I say, mostly using the Empire flying boats. Don't know if you guys can remember back as far as then, but obviously a lot of reminiscing going on today. They were operated by Imperial Airways, later introducing the Sunderland flying boats, converted flying boats from the war, which was good to see as well. British Airways was later formed when BOAC and BEA, British European Airways, merged in 1972. First jets to come on stream with BOAC was the, of course, the Comet, which had its own issues, as we're all aware of. The early stages of pressurization inside the cabin. Being told the other day that Constellation was actually one of the first aircraft that was to experiment with pressurization inside the cabin. Of course, then we had the Comet, which had its issues with the window design, which was later rectified, but a little bit too late before Boeing came on stream with their extremely successful Boeing 707 jet, 4-engine jetliner. And then, thanks to Pan Am, of course, a very famous airline in America there, they asked Boeing for a bigger jet for intercontinental routes, and so therefore the 747 was born. Of course, so many of you geeks out there will know there were have been so many variants of the 747 itself, starting with the 100. Of course, we had the SP, the 2 and 300 with the stretched upper deck, extensive redesigns going on with the 747 platform. Of course, the most recent ones being the 400 series, and then of course the 747-8, which, just speaking with a representative from Boeing, they have a lot of high hopes still for the 747-8. And of course, another thing that I have discussed with these guys is the fact that the 747 has outlived the A380 in terms of longevity. Certainly been around a lot more years. The 747, some craft as old as, oh, here we go, some craft as old as 27 years. Of course, the phase out of the 4-engined aircraft favoured by the 777 A350 Dreamliner. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
So we're outside, folks. Hey, here we go. Are we going? Looks like we are going. It's one of something we'll be seeing next week. This week, sorry, at Munich on Wednesday.
excuse me, so
It's all about BA.
shouldn't be outside without one of our guys with us. All.
Without what, sorry?
Without one of the guys. I'm the guys looking after. You should be with one of the press crew, I think, when you're outside.
Okay, well, I'll hang on to you then.
Yeah, we just got to
He's
one
with us, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, I see. I thought everyone was piling out here.
No, sorry about that.
Okay,
no.
right.
Just come out because they want to do some shots outside for this, but
Okay,
Yeah, apologies. There'll be
that's all right.
time a bit later with some of the other press
I
officers.
thought we
from
were
outside.
actually going out onto the field to film it landing.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
happening?
Later, yeah, when we were all
Yeah,
kind of
it's not
flagged
an-
out,
it's
but
not
right now
everyone.
it's just
Oh, okay,
with
good
us.
stuff.
you've got
Okay.
plenty of
Okay.
We'll do that then.
Thank you.
Okay, folks. So just get a little shot out here of the. I'll just help myself. Yeah, I'll just help myself. But look at this, guys. Look at this. Up close and personal with Victor Kilo. Just another one of their 747s.
Just headed now, right? Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're back in the hangar. You can get a real good idea of the scale of this place, man. So let's go back to a few more notes. Sorry about that. So welcome everybody watching all over the world for this iconic event with an iconic aircraft. I think from what I'm understanding that they're going to be painting up at least 3 of these 747s. And we are of course going to be at Heathrow regularly to see these aircraft land. I think there's an A320 that's also being painted up in the BEA livery, possibly. Perhaps a few people can correct me on that, but unfortunately I'm not looking at the comments at the moment because I'm mobile. So like we were talking about, I was actually discussing with with one of the representatives from Boeing who's flown out here for this event, just discussing the issues that obviously these beautiful four-engined aircraft, especially something like as beautiful as the 747, have befallen the new modern era of twin jets. 777X, of course, coming on stream, highly popular aircraft with the new variant of engine as well that's going to be used on that aircraft. A350 and of course the Dreamliner, highly popular Dreamliner. I believe we do have a Dreamliner 10 flying in here to Heathrow today. More on that later, possibly. Of course, we still have many years left of the Boeing 747, at least with British Airways. From what I read, they've refurbished 18 of the fleet, which are fully configured. Let's just have a little read here. So, at the moment, 36 aircraft in the fleet, believe it or not, 36 Boeing 747s in the British Airways fleet, all based here at London Heathrow, of course. And they have refurbished, I believe, around about half of the fleet have been refurbished. And these aircraft that have been refurbished operate on routes such as Austin, Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, Lagos, Los Angeles, New York, JFK, Philadelphia and San Francisco. Just hearing folks in my ear that she has departed Dublin. Of course, a lot of the Irish av geeks out there filming her taking off, no doubt. On board these refurbished 747s, the in-flight entertainment system was replaced with new screens, a more responsive interface and more content, as well as, of course, the all-important USB output. In fact, to be honest with you, if I was doing anything, what I would want is just a good quality, high-speed internet and USB. Not asking for much, really. Of course, there are the other remaining aircraft, non-refurbished, 52 Club World seat aircraft on board those aircraft. On the new aircraft, there are 86 of the Club World seat configured passenger seating on board those 18 aircraft. So this particular livery that we're going to be seeing this morning, a lot of you folk would have seen it. Very striking blue with the Speedbird, golden Speedbird, which is why they still call their call sign today with British Airways is still Speedbird, and the gold emblem ensign or whatever ensign? No, insignia. My apologies. On the tail and everywhere else was the golden Speedbird from 1964 to 1974, so 10 years of the era of BOAC. And I can remember as a kid coming to London Heathrow, as I'm sure quite a few of you guys have had the pleasure of coming to London Heathrow to the Queen's building and standing on top there watching the VC-10s, the 707s, and amongst other iconic aircraft with the BOAC fleets, including the 747, of course. This particular BOAC livery will remain on this 747 until it retires in 2023. And a little bit of information on this one, this Boeing 747. Line number 1195, so that's 1195 in the fleet, was delivered in the Boeing production line, assembly line should I say, was delivered straight from the Boeing factory in January 1999, exactly 20 years ago. So she's 20 years old, so one of the, I wouldn't like to say younger, but she is one of the younger planes of 747s on the fleet. Of course, this plane, this particular aircraft, powered by 4 Rolls-Royce RB211s, which we are big fans of, it has to be said. The twin spool that we're so used to hearing on the 747, sometimes a triple spool, depending upon what their settings are, but absolutely fantastic sound, but nothing like the sound of the old JT9D turbofan, which was on the original 747 all the way back in the 70s. This one is configured with a 4-class layout, 14 seats, just 14 seats in first class, 86 in business, 30 in premium, and 145 in the economy class settings. Of course, a lot of aircraft, a lot of airlines these days favouring towards actually dropping the first class, just because it's sort of like out of the reach of many businesses and individuals, so they're favouring going towards the business end of it, which is still quite expensive, it has to be said, but better and more affordable. So we just have a look over here. So like I was saying earlier, these are the platforms that will close together on sliders. They've got their own little rails, so they will back the aircraft right up to here. So this is the centre line. Stopping points, and as you can see, one of the most popular right here, 747. Now what is interesting is that kind of, in a way, doesn't make sense that this is the rear end of the aircraft. This is more, I think, towards the, unless they back it up into here, because you would need more, I would have said, more maintenance on the back end of the aircraft, the empennage, elevators and vertical stabilizer, than you would do on the front end. So I'd imagine that this has a dual use. They can either bring the aircraft nose in up to this position here, or they can back her up so that she can be worked on the back end of her. I think I'm right in saying that. Of course, lots of other cradles and lots of other equipment. Very sort of like sterile environment. Huge set of steps for access steps up to the cabin. The world's press gathered. Still got good audio. There's Dano over there, DJs. DJ's Aviation. Hello and welcome back to DJ's Aviation. So, lots of people here. I'll just show you this. This is quite interesting. Let me just show you this, folks.
It's a really class.
Here he is, look. The man from Boac.
You have to, it's by invite. Right? No, it's not by invite. It's on the website,
run.
and people have to ring up and get a visitor's pass for it.
The old ashtray.
Yeah, there's not much. I mean, it's an archive and everything's stored away. It's not really a.
It's not a display.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do the museum. We have a lot of our artifacts on display. Yeah, a lot of things.
That's my problem. I can see it.
We're going to have a gentleman with an A380, Airbus A380. So we're just waiting now, folks. Let's get an update. Let's get a little bit of an update, shall we, Gilly? Where's our aircraft at right now? Oh, okay. So we will. We are. Wow. So she's. Okay. So she actually hasn't left Irish airspace just yet. Okay. 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 I just need to go and do something very quick. Oh, look, it's Cape Burley. It is. Sorry, ladies. Oh,
Yeah, it's quite
takes you back,
short,
doesn't
isn't
it? Blimey, look at that.
I was born in the 60s.
Are you from BOAC? Did you fly with BOAC? Yes. Oh, wonderful. On the 747?
Hermes.
On the Hermes?
Yes.
Wow.
Then
Oh, on the Constellation. My father flew the Constellation with Imperial Airways. Skyways of London, sorry. Skyways of London. Wow, back in the day. Isn't that wonderful?
What do you do?
You're live around the world right now.
Oh, I see.
To Big Jet TV. We are a channel
I see.
celebrating this wonderful event today.
Yes.
So how long did you fly for?
Oh, I suppose it was about 3 years, I think.
Okay.
It might have been more.
So the Constellation, the Hermes was not a pressurized aircraft, was it? It was. So it must have been very cold on board.
I
Was
don't remember feeling cold on board. No.
Okay, okay. But the Constellation was a much more comfortable aircraft, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, to that extent, yes. Because we didn't have many passengers on Hermes.
Yes.
We got to know their names and something about each one of them.
Oh, really? Frequent flyers?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And where did the Hermes fly down to? Where did you fly to from? Was it from Heathrow or?
London Airport.
London Airport, of course, back in those days, yeah. When they had multiple runways as well, didn't they? So where did you fly to from London Airport?
Australia.
Really?
Yes.
So Australia must have been a number of different stops for fueling.
And that's how you found places what they look like.
How long did it take you to get down there?
About 3 days or something crazy, like,
Yes,
was it?
it was.
Yes.
Yes.
2 weeks in all.
I mean, you,
Stop over.
2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Yes, because she was stopping over.
You'd stop at each place and
Yes.
you have to refuel and
Wow.
all the rest sort of thing.
Wow. Well, very nice to meet you. Enjoy your day, and thank you so much for coming. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, fantastic to meet somebody who flew on the Hermes, man, and the constellations. So there's Kate. But there's our... Is this a jumbo jet? Is this a jumbo jet? Okay, well. A bit of a hook up there. This is great though. Having this, that fantastic old uniform. So just for the day, I think. I don't think that these that the uniform is actually going to be used for the crew. I don't know. I may be wrong. Hopefully, I am. Hopefully, they are going to be using the uniforms for the flight, for each flight on board the Boac 747. Be good if they did. So huge stores, obviously, at London Heathrow at their maintenance section. That's a very small portion of their stores. Obviously, most of the stuff is most of the stuff that they do in here would be on wing, just general maintenance checks, etc. When the aircraft go for their C checks and more extensive maintenance checks, that will be done away from London Heathrow, because obviously they need these hangars freed up and usable at any time because of sometimes obviously sudden issues that might occur, like for instance the 747 that we saw on the Saturday show, that where the body gear failed to drop on approach, so they would have probably maybe I'd imagine brought that aircraft into the hangar, jacked her up, and just double checked all the hydraulic systems. Maybe something as simple as a seal or just electronic switch or something like that that may have been the reason for that happening. So let's just have a little look here. This is the tallest bloke in the world. He's the kind of geezer you want as a cameraman at air shows, isn't it? Should we go over to the? Let's go over to the doors, get a little look out, shall we? I think that at some point in time we are going to be kind of have freedom to walk across here. Well, I think so anyway. Until I get that. Oh, you! What are you doing? Just goes to give you an idea of the scale of these places, man. How tiny these little human beings are. Administrative offices up there. Obviously a significant amount of paperwork has to go through with if you can hear me out there, Trevor, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're bearing up on top of the van. Trevor Welch, the standby cameraman today for Big Jet TV, out there on the van. I wonder if I can see it. Okay. Okay. There's a BA coming in. Okay, so these offices here, which is got some guys out there. So obviously some ops guys, I'd imagine. I don't know if you can see Trev from over here. Oh, that's very kind. One of the BA staff just messaging us through on the notice board just to say thank you very much indeed. Loving the work, really appreciate it. Kind of ad-libbing here as much as I can. Of course, this is somewhere that we managed to see from our vantage points down at the Renaissance, but this is looking at it from another perspective, of course. That's quite interesting. Lots 8 Max touching down, and it's sort of yeah, some great positioning here. Look at this right
Our photographer in-house.
All right, mate. I'll give you a call. We're just gonna have a chat and see if we can figure out.
Right, Jason from the press office. Nice to meet you.
From
the press office at BA.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you. Yeah. We spoke. Yes.
Hello.
We spoke briefly on the on the email anyway.
Yes, we did. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
Where's she at?
Huh?
Where's she at?
She is just coming over Wales at the moment.
Yeah, that's quite a long flight along the coastline.
We've got an ETA of 10:18, but it might be a bit earlier than that. So what we're going to do in about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to open these doors.
Yes.
And then we're going to be positioned over on that side.
Right.
So that we're just in position ready for it to land. It should be landing on this runway.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
So just to let you know.
Right, we're not going out onto the field like we were.
We're not going all the way out.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll stay kind of by the doors as it lands, and then we'll reposition slightly further out, because basically what's going to happen is it's going to taxi all the way along here. And stop in front of here.
Okay.
So then we'll have a really nice shot.
Yeah.
We'll be right up close to it.
You know what? Would it be possible? I know that you're saying over there.
Yeah.
My only issue with that is the touchdown. Look where he's touching down. That's right behind that Virgin Dreamliner.
That is true.
Is there any way I can be over here? Because it's a great shot for the touchdown point.
I don't think we can, just because...
Let's just have a little wander over here, shall we then, and just have a look and see.
Yeah, I mean...
Because the perspective might be able to...
Where those planes... You might be able to get through but that's not ideal. But we can't have anyone on that side.
Sure. You've got to keep everybody penned in, really, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, we will get you a better.
So this is a fixed door. So this entire door assembly is going to be moving through to here.
Yeah. And what we'll
it's right on the touchdown point. Isn't it? Can we go out or not? We're not allowed outside the doors.
We'll be out slightly.
Okay.
We can't go out too far.
Well, if we can go out slightly, can we literally hug this door right up to the edge?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then we should be able. Oh. Okay. What about that truck there? Can we move that truck?
So that truck is in position, ready for the arrival.
Okay. It's going to be the actual touchdown's going to be. Look at this 320 that's landing now. Look at this touchdown now. See how badly.
I mean,
that's a shame.
We might be able to.
Can we get the other side of the truck?
Of the truck.
Yeah. Okay.
We might have to play it by ear slightly, because there'll be people around that will tell us what we can and can't do, basically.
Yeah.
But if one of us is with you, should be okay.
Okay.
I just can't 100% commit. But yeah, we'll play it by ear, but we have to be this side, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Yeah. No problem.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get you something.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we've got a cameraman out in the staff car park at the moment. Who's going to be getting the pan shot as it comes past. Yeah. And he'll get the touchdown from behind as well. So, cool. if we can try and get that side of that truck. Yeah. Then. Because that's the problem that we've got is the is that we do the touch is literally right by that truck. So it'll be a.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, can we try and do something, Jason? That would be great.
Let me see what I can do. If I can get us on the other side of the steps,
Yes.
then hopefully that'll be okay.
Wonderful.
But I can't 100% promise.
Sure.
but
No, I
let me see
appreciate it. I appreciate it. No problem. Yeah, the problem that we've got here is obviously, understandably, everybody has to be in a secure position, health and safety, etc., etc. But the only issue that we've got here is that Dreamliner is right in the touchdown shot, as is that truck there.
Right.
So all I was just explaining was that if we can be sort of like with somebody with us, if we can go this side of the truck at least, But as it stands at the moment, you're going to get the Boac 747 landing for a Virgin Dreamliner. You guarantee.
Where can we go?
That's why I'm saying that if we could go over there, it would be a lot better.
I mean, we were going to go outside anyway, weren't we?
Maybe that side. I'll double check.
If we can be that side, everything's sorted because the touchdown point is right behind that Dreamliner.
Okay, fine.
So it's kind of ruined.
Okay.
The only problem with being that side is
You're not
still
going
going
to
to
get
get the Virgin aircraft.
Yeah, you
you're only
will,
gonna get
because
the
you're going to.
nose.
It's going to hover.
No. Trust me. If you go over there and stand right in that corner there, you'll see that
You're
the
talking
aircraft.
about going up there, not there.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
So where those high-vis jackets are
Exactly.
outside.
Yes. Because then you will get the touchdown, and you'll get the rollout. Okay, we're trying to get the best shot we can for you folks here. No, we really appreciate it, man. The more people involved in it, the more likely it is that we'll get a good shot.
At it and saying if we only go there, that Virgin thing is going to be right in the touchdown.
It is
spot.
right in the touchdown shot,
Yes.
as well as that truck there.
So can we take people to there where those high-vis jackets are, so that they can take it from that direction without? Otherwise, that Virgin is right in the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Nobody's.
Is that
okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd only talk about putting you that side purely to get them out of it. But I suppose as it goes by that way,
They actually are better off.
If you look at, I don't know if we've got one coming in at the moment, but I've been over there and I've checked the touchdown point. The actual touchdown point
Landing
is
station.
you will get it over there. But if you're here,
how far out do you need to go?
as far as possible. But I understand it's an active taxiway, so. But sort of where the ops vehicle is with the lights flashing.
Yeah, you want to be out and around there.
Yes.
As long as we marshal them out there and there's enough car parks, I've dealt with it, probably
Shall
around. Yeah.
we, Jason, round people up to say, can everybody be stood in that corner in preparation for going outside at, it's due to arrive at 10:18, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's say to everyone, you need to be stood there by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So,
Be absolutely sure we don't miss it.
so they do the touchdown shot over there.
okay.
Are you keeping there or are you moving them over? Because at the moment we've got the steps coming off door one right.
But
so-
it's coming in here, isn't it?
It is, but
It's
the
gonna-
idea is
the outside
it comes.
shot.
Yeah, they want to stop
Will
it.
be outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
What they want to do is the idea is it taxis around. It'll come in on that yellow line basically, so it comes in the middle of the hangar.
Right,
The thought was that you'd have the press on the left-hand side here to us.
right.
It'll come
Okay,
up,
yeah.
stop. So you'll have when you shoot that way.
Yeah.
If you can get tails, you're going to get them in the background that way.
Okay. Okay.
And then once we've done all that, we then move you further
Well,
in.
we'll do that then. We'll say up to that door for touchdown, and then we'll move everybody up
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Right.
Perfect.
Right, we'll go and
Because you've
tell
got a few
people.
minutes while it taxis and turns.
Let's go and
Yes.
go round
We'll-
the
we'll-
routes
we'll
then
organise
and-
that.
Right, I will also.
Can I go and just stand at the door? Can I just go and stand at the door?
What now?
Yeah.
The doors are about to open, aren't they?
No, we're unable to. Well, I suppose we were actually. We did say we were.
Well, that's a static.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh no, that is a moving door, isn't it?
All
is
of
that
it's pans
whole
up.
assembly going
This whole
back?
thing's going to go back.
Okay.
We did
Is it
say
all right to stand at
45.
those doors just for?
Well, let me
5
go and
minutes?
open them.
There we go. Let's get the doors open. Let's see the action. This gentleman now is going to with the. This is where it's remarkable. It's only one little tiny button, isn't it? It's not like you've got to go through a whole system of pulleys and rigs and stuff like that. It's one simple button to move these huge doors. Now, that each door must weigh 150 tons, something crazy like that.
They are huge, just hugely heavy.
And they're about 70 feet tall as well, aren't they?
They are indeed. James, can you open the doors? Excellent. Matt, open the doors. Yeah, we are going to slightly change our tack as well. They want to do another touchdown shot. Press this side, stand back.
Let's bang out of order having a coffee without asking me.
They need to be back before it taxes.
Okay, here we go then, folks. This is going to be something to behold. I'm sure there's a lot of people on Facebook and YouTube right now telling me exactly how much these doors weigh, but that's got to be a serious tonnage. Oh, he's got a move fast button on there as well. Oh no. So apparently, folks, we do have a number of ex-crew from Boac watching on YouTube and Facebook right now. So a very warm welcome to all of you guys. Just met a lovely lady who used to fly with Boac on the Constellations as well, which is a fantastic thing to see. Still got signal, still got audio, Gilly. There we go, look. Now, of course, it's one of Trevor's. I bet Trevor's actually driven this particular tug. Doors are now. Oh, okay, okay. Well, there you go. Trevor works for Donata, of course, and this is a BA tug. There she is in all her glory, folks. Something that we often see right from the other side of the airfield. Okay, Dreamliner inbound. Here we go. This is all manual held, folks, so don't forget. I'm not off the sticks. Nice. Of course, we have a Virgin Dreamliner to our left here, which we're obviously, for the sake of British Airways, trying to avoid showing. Would have been nice to have given Mr. Branson a call and just asked him to bring his tow truck up here and just get it out the way for half an hour, but there you go, what can you do? Fire department. So, I'll tell you where would be the absolute ideal spot, I think, because obviously we're going to lose it behind that ops building. Yep. Ever so slightly, but just where these two lines, where that stop sign is, yep. That is your absolute ideal spot.
That's fine. We can get you there.
Perfect. And then once it's landed and it starts to turn, then we can then we'll all be shuffled down there, so we get the left-hand side of the aircraft. Yeah. Fine, no problem at all. Have you got a card?
Do you know what? I have, but not on me.
Same here. My wallet's
Mine's
in the
in my
van.
car, yeah.
Mine's in the van. But are you around here later, or?
I will be, yeah.
Okay,
Or
I'll make sure I drop a card into you
Yeah,
anyway.
perfect. Or I can
and we'll
drop
have
you
a
an
chat
email.
because there's lots of stuff I want to do with you guys.
Yeah, fantastic.
For sure.
We saw your video of the go around. Yeah.
Well, that's funny enough. We've been approached by a production company who are doing a piece with BA, and one of the pieces within that is about flight training.
Yeah.
And
company it is?
simulation. I'll let you know that is later because it's
Okay. Yeah.
I'm live. So we'd obviously love to. We're going to work with them on that. So it shows the capabilities of go around and you know all the safety procedures and that sort of stuff. But
Absolutely.
I'd love to obviously do something with you guys with your simulators
Yeah.
as well and other stuff,
Yeah,
of course,
definitely.
with
Yeah.
BA,
Yeah.
London Heathrow.
Perfect.
Man. So we have a lady operating this. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, it's a bit late for that. Poor old Dano. We did say hello. Oh, we're going to get a great touchdown shot here. Beautiful touchdown shot, man. Okay, I'm just going to... okay, they're moving the tug. Size of these tugs. Dual steer. Dual steering. Here's your back operator, front and back. I did say front and back, didn't I? A little bit of rain. But a little bit of rain. So it was my me getting involved that got us over here, man. Because if nobody had have talked, we would have ended up right over the other side with that Dreamliner sort of like blocking our shot. So now we have a clear, open shot. Should maybe be able to see Trev standing on the van somewhere in there, just opposite us. He's literally right opposite. I can't see because there's barriers and all that sort of stuff in the way. Yeah, nice. So I'm guessing there's a lot of people reminiscing right now on YouTube and Facebook on Big Jet TV. Welcome to Big Jet TV. You are watching the live coverage of BOAC's 747 special centenary liveried aircraft arriving here at London Heathrow this morning. And I'm guessing there are a lot of people like same age as myself, maybe a bit older, reminiscing about the old days of BOAC here at London Heathrow, or London Airport as it was then. 707s, VC-10s, Comets. Even back in the old days, they still had some of the prop planes, DC-6s or DC-7s even. I think the DC-7 was the 4-engine prop, the last of the 4-engine props before the DC-8 came on stream. I might be wrong there, but hopefully I've got something right. So this is round the back at the sheds, maintenance areas at London Heathrow. And of course, we're very privileged to be here. So these aircraft that are parked up round here, just going through standard procedure checks, may have had something flash up, sometimes for cleaning, on-wing engine checks. Of course, British Airways have their own mechanics here on stream at London Heathrow, engine mechanics that is, who are qualified to work on the engines up to a certain point, up to a certain level, I'd imagine. So little bit of rain, but nothing too bad at the moment. We are still good. Julie, do you have a ETA? Where is she at the moment? 15,000 feet. Okay. Oh wow, so she's still some way out then. So she's, yeah. United Smoky inbound. I'm just getting this shot so that I can get out as far as I can and get the maximum. Is that shot looking okay, Julie? Okay, so as soon as it touches, at that point there, we're literally going to shuffle ourselves over to the left-hand side of the hangar. I keep getting myself closer and closer to that jumbo. I know, man, I know. I'm with you, I'm with you. So speaking to Trev this morning, apparently I didn't realise that the body gear actually has a steering mechanism on it. On the 380, I'm sorry. I knew that it was on the 747, but I wasn't aware that it was on the 380. Somebody saying a while back about the fact that it wasn't on the 380, but obviously bad news there in terms of feedback. So you can see, obviously, the rear section of the aircraft is going to get the majority of the battering in terms of brake dust as soon as the aircraft takes off, and the wheels are stopped literally. The brakes are auto applied, and then you get that brake dust, which a lot of the times you don't see, but over time that will make its way onto the back side of the aircraft. Of course, we're used to seeing what we call term dirty flaps on this show, and that is partially down to brake dust, general debris from the runway, and rubber that's thrown up from the tyres, of course, on touchdown. So all types of foreign object debris, and of course dust and the like. What you got, Julie? I was going to ask that. No. Victor Mike. Who's that at the end there? I can't see it without my glasses.
Are you okay just making sure that everyone stays in the barrel?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm just going to nip inside for the snack.
India. Right, okay. Okay, we're going to make sure that we get a good position here rather than being sort of like, you know, swamped by heads and things like that. This guy's just... especially as I was the one who instigated this, I think it should be that I get a damn good position at the front line for our viewers on Big Jet TV. The thing is, the one thing you do want to do is get a good... That's a shame that I've missed that spot there. Because now, let's just have a little look and see what I've got here. So we could potentially have a little bit of an issue here with the head height of this fella in front of us. This is where you need to be another foot tall, isn't it? And of course the clouds are now closing in and the conditions are getting a little bit worse. Mate, what I'm going to do is, fella, can you move your sticks?
I'm going to stay here, mate.
Dude, I'm not asking you to move a million miles. No, I haven't even asked to finish what I'm asking you yet.
Move the sticks.
To there.
No, why can't you stand there? You just stand there.
Because you're going to be right in my shot, mate.
Yeah, well, you'll be. Listen,
mate, if it wasn't for me, I wouldn't have got you out here, to be perfectly honest with you. Because we were all going over there. We were all going over there. We were all going over there.
You don't know my role today.
All right, okay. Well, yeah. All I'm saying.
You have got me somewhere.
No,
right.
no, not at all. All I'm saying is.
I'm going to stay here, mate. You find your shot.
Absolutely fine.
All the best.
But all I'm saying to you, mate,
is that to me, mate. You're being aggressive and you turn
I'm not being aggressive, fella. All I'm saying is it's a good job that we've made it over here.
Telling me I should do you a favour because you got me out here.
Nothing at all, mate. Nothing at all. I'm not asking you to do me a favour.
You just told me that you got me out here because of you.
Both of you.
You can stand there and you can get a clean shot from there. You can stand there and get a clean shot from there. Look.
Yeah.
Stand there.
That was all it was. I just didn't want to get in your shot. That's the whole reason.
Come on now.
That's funny, old fella. Don't worry about it. We'll get the shot. Just like I was saying. If, you know, we would have been over there, mate. We would have been over there. Probably don't even know. Anyway, there we go. There we go. It's the other type of tug that we used to see. Okay, where's she at now, Jilly? Okay. Shame it's not a clearer day so people could see it. Plane spotters, av geeks. Okay. We're good. We're good. So this is the shot that I'm going to get.
construction, like it really has. It is, you know,
It is a little bit of a shame that when you come to events like this, you're always going to have these kinds of issues with obviously and understandably everybody's scrambling for position, which is to be understood, because you're all here for one purpose, and that is to get the best shot you possibly can.
It wasn't easy.
We've not got any water on the lens, have we? We're all good. Interesting to see the downward the flex on that deflected downward design, just on the trailing edge, on the very trailing edge of that 747. That's the that would be the extended wingtip, I'd imagine, design. So there's probably, I'd imagine, a replacement engine, whether it's one of the Dreamliner fleet or whether it's just a replacement engine. Could be for a 747, could be for anything. But by the looks of that, that's definitely that's not a 747 engine. It's more like a Trent, just judging by the size of the fan casing. Okay. Still really see how old she is. I will go, I will do whatever I have to do to get the shot. Yeah, hopefully the rain will hold off. It's a little bit of a front that's sort of a little flag. Yippee! Where's she actually? 11,000 and descending. Thank you. Okay, Ockham hold. She's just on the Ockham hold now, so good. Dreamliner inbound, second out. Got an engine start somewhere. Or is that a truck? No, that is an engine start. This is the shot that I want to get.
Jerry,
Yes, mate.
get you to come back behind the line, please.
Mate, the problem I'm going to have there is the fact that I've got these guys right in my shot.
Okay.
So I either need to be there or over there next to the truck.
Can't have anyone but in front of the white line,
Yeah.
but if you can get anything nearby, we just be careful not to knock the cameras.
Yeah, but that's the problem that I'm having, is the fact that I might be able to get over the head, but just see. Yeah, might be able to.
If you can make
It's
it
just
work.
a bit of a shame that we put all this together, and yet
No, I totally get that.
It's cool, man.
But yeah,
We'll
we
make
just
it
have to be
work.
careful with
We'll
these
make
guys,
it
'cause
work.
They're filming for us.
Yeah, of course.
We have to make
Of
sure that
course.
we can get
Sure.
what we need.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can just stay behind it,
Within
otherwise
this
they're going
line,
to tell
yeah.
me off.
Yeah. No
They
way.
keep telling me off.
Oh, do they? Okay.
If that's all right, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. We've had
Tell you what I
10:25.
might do. I wonder if.
You can stay anywhere behind this white line here.
Yeah, this one might actually work.
Get it that way.
I'll check this. I'll check this one. I'll do a check on this one. I think this one might work.
1025.
1025. Okay, mate. Thanks. Okay, we've got. Is that a revised ETA, Gilly, or is that on time? 1025. Well, it was originally 9:55, wasn't it? So. Okay, so she's in the Ockham hold, is she? Okay. Yeah. Just so long as I've got a gap here, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it, folks. Just a little bit of a misunderstanding between me and that fella. Just wanted to make him aware that if it was me who actually instigated us getting out here at this position, because other than that, everybody wanted us to be over the other side. So that's all. I just wanted to make it quite clear to him. But here we go. Let's just see what this is like. Yeah, that's the shot I want. Hey, Simon Calder. Hello, sir.
See, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
This is extraordinarily professional.
You are live to the world.
Okay.
Mr. Simon Calder. How are you doing, sir?
Very good.
Very great to see. Great to see this happening today, isn't it?
It's interesting to see it happening today. It's, of course, as you will know better than I do, retro liveries on modern-ish aircraft are nothing new. What's really interesting is that BA is going back to a different airline, BOAC, which is, of course, the long-haul component of what we now know as British Airways. And I must say, I think it will bring a tear to the eye of, how can I put it, people who are delighted to be leaving the European Union. It takes us back to the days when there was no common market, or at least we weren't part of it, when BOAC bestrode the world at incredibly high fares, which I could certainly never afford, and we kept, well, not exactly flying the flag, but flying the Speedbird around the world. So
yes.
It's just been told it's 5 minutes. So exciting times, and I'm interested in people's reactions, I suppose.
Oh, I think we've got a generally overall a fantastic reaction with everybody watching all over the world. Of course, a lot of people reminiscing as well. Yeah. We've got some ex-crew members as well. We've got crew members on our feed as well on Facebook and YouTube. 4,000 people watching globally live right now. So. Yeah, great to have you along.
Very nice to be here, and I can't wait. We got 3 or 4 minutes, I understand.
Indeed, she's just coming out of the Ockham hold now, I believe.
Ah, okay, right. It's a bit of a shame that she wasn't given priority.
She's out of the hold. She's out of the hold. 6,500 feet.
Okay.
Oh, we've got a queen in front of her and a queen behind her.
Oh, really?
So there we go. So we've got the current livery, and then BOAC, and then we've got another one behind her.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Good to meet you. So there you go, folks. Simon Calder from BBC and correspondent. Oh, now this is interesting. This is interesting to see. This little Dash 8 inbound now, because this can be no one other than Flybe, I would have thought, in the Flybe livery. So is this a possible positioning flight, or what?
Oh, yeah.
Because the irony now is, of course, one aircraft going out of business literally overnight. That's Lufthansa, possibly. No, is that that looks like a Lufthansa livery. But I doubt very much it is. So we are definitely going to be, we're going to have some serious issues here with the shot, I think. We need to make sure that we've got. We're going to have cameras in the shot. Yeah. Just and the touchdown as well. The touchdown is. And of course, don't forget we've got Trev's panning shot as well. So we're all good.
Where are we going to stand? So we're not, it's actually actually, yes, it will, but we're going to just grab it about like that.
A lot of heads in the shot. We don't need that when it lands. But I'm sure that it'll all sort itself out. Just can't exactly ask him to go back round again.
Enjoying the rain, I'm going to stand in the drive. Bring him out to the air.
Okay. Oh, mate. An umbrella makes it even worse, doesn't it? Fantastic.
So we do long video. Yeah. I'll do camera shots. Okay. Yes.
Wow. Action man. He's got eagle eyes and gripping hands, I believe.
So basically, if you get this landing.
Yeah. Your second vector.
I know. Jake is one there, Jake.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. We'll try and get you to do something. Beginning of March, we'll be in wheelchair day. No, exciting days. Because the Valentine's Day. Yeah.
So even if we don't get the, that's the shot we're going to get.
Like below the actual
So what? So all the short people didn't get a
they didn't make the cut.
We need to anchor it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll upgrade you.
So very warm welcome to everybody watching on Big Jet TV live right now from London Heathrow. There's a 747 inbound now. Which one's this, GP? She's in from? In from LAX. What you got?
Simon's doing a selfie.
I don't know. No, that's got to be flight radar. That's got to be flight radar, man. It's glitching out, surely. This is not the aircraft, folks. Don't. As British weather would dictate, weather's starting to really deteriorate here. Another 747. Is this her, possibly, Jilly, on finals? Is this it? No. This is Victor Victor. Is it? Interesting, okay. Well, I do hope what you're saying is that she's not coming in rogue, is she? She's not coming in on 27 left. Because that would be hilarious. We'd get it there. That would be it. They're not bringing her in on the left, are they? Surely not, man, over Myrtle. Too far south. Okay, interesting. She can't be doing a flyby. She'd be doing a flyby past here, surely past the press, wouldn't it? She's way south, apparently, according to radar at the moment. She's way south. That wouldn't be the one, would it? I've got another 747 inbound right behind this one. Are you sure this isn't her? This is her, this is it. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is a 74, yeah.
Yeah, this is it. Everyone's got the cameras out.
Okay. I'm going to get this camera shot as best I can, folks.
I'm outside a hangar at Heathrow.
It's so good. Yeah, yeah. Loving that.
Are you all coming in yet?
Okay, folks. All change, all change. She's down. Now the mad rush. For the other side, where we get to see her taxi again. Oh, don't show me face. Alrighty. I think we're going over this way now. Here's the Boeing man. Here's the man from Boeing. Must be very proud, sir. How was that?
That was wonderful.
Bless. All the way from Seattle, Washington. He lives very close to the Everett plant. Frequents it on a regular basis. So because we're here first, we'll probably end up being shrouded by other people, I'd imagine. But there we go. We're going to do our best for you folks. Still got good audio, still got good picture of Jilly. $2,000 people on Facebook watching right now, Big Jet TV, YouTube, and of course don't forget our good friends over there on Twitter. Shame about the rain, but still good. We're still good. Unfortunately, there aren't any deflectors off the top of here, so the rain is managing to find its way in through the front. Okay, they're just preparing now for the bonnet de douche, just making its way in. Just waiting to catch a sight of her. Here she comes. No, 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 no. That's a 777. Or is it? Yeah. They've what? Oh, thank you everybody on Twitter. We really appreciate it. All you pilots watching right now, really appreciate it. We really do love this. We do this for the heart, for the love of aviation. We are, I myself, I would classify myself as a true blue aviation fan. My aviation roots go right back to my father, who was a pilot. Flew way back in the day, old school. So, on the DC-8 54, flew 747-100s with Saudia. And also flew on the Constellations and the Bristol Britannia, which I flew on with him regularly. So very lucky and fortunate to have been in and around aviation all my life. And of course, lovely to have such a great bunch of people, great family of aviationists who are members on Big Jet TV, as well as frequent viewers on Big Jet TV. Of course, if you're not aware of what we do, if you're not familiar with Big Jet TV, we are live every Wednesday and every Saturday from different locations around London Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester. We frequent Manchester as well, wonderful place up at Manchester, great bunch of aviation fans up there, av geeks, photographers, filmers, as well as people all over the place at London Heathrow, Gatwick as well. Got a great bunch of people that help us out. We obviously have also our Euro tours as well. We go on tours around Europe. We'll be at Munich. We will be at Munich this coming Wednesday for a special show featuring the Tugs. Oh, here she comes now.
Oh, fine.
No, there is. I've got it. Say it, bad dad. Wow, look at that. Oh. GP, did I lose her? I got you. Now this is going to be a great shot. This is going to look very, very smart when she's taxiing up here. Because you can literally, I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this from having been involved in the aviation industry or been an aviation fan for all of their lives will be reminiscing about this particular moment. It is raining.
So they're not going to put steps into it? It's just they want to give them the freedom to have some cool shots of the aeroplane.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We'll do that. The crew will be... It's the next aircraft in line, it's just on its way. If you want to come out, I know it's west, but hey.
Right.
That's it. Behind us. Couple of feet in front.
Say again? Yeah, it's fine. So that's it, just...
Thanks, mate.
No further than the drain line.
No further than the drain line, yeah?
That is absolute maximum line,
Okay.
in line
Thanks,
with...
mate. Familiar sound of the RB211s that we're so used to hearing as they taxi up for departure on 27 right. Normally when they're coming up to maintenance, of course, they will be on tow. But this very special occasion, they've done a great job out in Ireland, painted out in Ireland. Even got the engine cowls done as well. So she's just taking that taxiway round. Going to do literally do a 180. Bet old Branson's quite happy that the Pearly Queen's going to be in the shot, even though she's got no engines. This one is obviously sitting there waiting for her engines to be removed. Of course, we won't go into discussions on the Trent 1000 programme at the moment. Many people being affected by that globally. Okay, I do hear her engines now. Oh yes, oh yes. Familiar, distinctive sound of the RB211. Get ready, folks. My heart goes out to all those people, all those guys and girls watching right now who flew back in the day of BOAC. Hear her approaching now. Oh yeah. Oh, she's beautiful, man. Photobomb. Oh, look at this for a shot. Look at this for a shot, folks. tug's going to be moved into position now, and the aircraft will be.
Connect the tug crew up.
Tug's going to be connected up.
Please step back into the hangar.
Okay, I'm pretty soaking wet now. Let's get out. Let's get out. That looks like a veteran flyer. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Ex-BOAC?
Very much so.
Flew these beautiful birds, the 100 series?
This was 300.
Yeah, did you fly the 100?
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. So back in the good old days, so to speak.
Exactly. 4 or 5 years on the 300.
4 or 5 years you were on the 300?
Yeah.
Oh, indeed. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
So you must have enjoyed your time flying her.
Oh, I have. Oh, I've had a good life.
And what did you fly before you flew the...
I was on VC-10s.
VC-10. Oh, well, that's a proper iconic aircraft.
Yeah.
Must have been fantastic to fly.
Yeah, I spoke to off the VC-10 to fly on Concorde. And
really?
Yeah, I had 6 years on Concorde.
You did 6 years on Concorde?
Mm.
Oh, wow, you lucky man.
Yeah,
so this is nothing really, is it, compared to Concorde? You'd much rather see Concorde turning in here, wouldn't you?
I would, to be honest. But this reception reminds me a bit of the first Concorde flight in that was February of '76, yeah. Yeah, February 76, January, February. Could have been January.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, wonderful. Thank you very much for turning up, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day here.
Oh, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Who are you
with Big Jet TV, we're all over the world. You're being watched all over the world right now. So back in those days, I'm guessing, was the time when they had the multiple runways here as well. The crosswind runways and...
I remember a lot of this being built actually back in 57.
Yes, wow. Let's get that. Okay, we're all good, GP. Everything okay? Still good? Audio, picture?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to get her coming in on the centre line. APU still running. What's the name of the paint shop? Paint shop? AVI or... No? Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Paint shop in Ireland. IAG, there we go. Is Captain Dave here? I think I recognise him in the group. APU switched down. Oh, blimey. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks. What do you think about that then, fella? Yeah. Brilliant, mate. Okay, just moving a stepped into position now. So, a couple of very privileged pilots, obviously. Of course, the cabin is empty. Blimey, he's got a different climate up top of his head. Warm at the bottom and cold at the top. Sorry, Matt. No. Got used to it immediately. It just looks so fantastic, mate. Looks so fantastic. And we're going to be so lucky to be seeing this and 3 others 747s coming into London Heathrow on a regular basis. And of course all our AvGeek fans from around the world will be excited to see her every time she arrives here at London Heathrow. And of course all those people who fly regularly will be excited to be flying on board her as well. So now there will be literally a very a lot of people looking to interview the crew. So we're going to stick around for a little bit, see if we can get an interview with the pilot. I've got a few questions that I'd like to put to him, of course. But we'll see how we go.
When we've done all this picture, has it got VOAC on both sides? Yeah. Can we grab one of Laura and the other new one with the same height? And just get them back to back over the other side? Yeah. Without the stairs, so you get the whole plane. Yeah. Then 2 back to back, holding the uniform. Yeah. With the plane in the background. Yeah, look, I'll come to that stage, so then they're going to tow it off. I'll make sure yeah, look.
Poor old Trevor out there. I hope he's well, he would have gone back to Vanguard House, no doubt, and Hey. No convenient time to phone on that phone, is there? There isn't. You just got to do it. very authentic uniform you've got on there, love.
Pardon?
That looks like a very authentic uniform you've got on there.
It is.
Is it one of your very own? Or?
It's been round the world.
Oh, wow. Has
I had
it
it in the loft, yes.
Oh, you had it in the loft?
I had it in the
it's
loft,
done very well for itself, hasn't it?
I know.
A bit like yourself.
Well, not too bad, I hope. I don't know.
Oh, fantastic. So you got to fly on the 747s regularly, did you?
I did, yes. In 1974. We did 21-day trips then, 18 and 16 days. Yeah. And it was interspersed with the VC-10 and the 707.
Yes.
So as it came in,
yes,
you'd get a couple of days of the smaller aircraft, then you get a jumbo flight come in. So we'd have to wait. So that next day might be 2 or 3 days later. That's why you had stopovers.
And we were discussing the other day that the 707, even though it appears to be big, it was only a single hull aircraft. It was actually relatively small, really, in comparison to the 747 and the VC-10 as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can see from the height of the hangars here that they actually managed to put them in those.
Oh yeah, it was a big thing when they came in. And I think everybody was really pleasantly surprised, because when you have a bit of a fear of flying and you're on the smaller aircraft, you feel the bumps a bit more, but the jumbo was just fantastic.
I
mean, you could, and you didn't have to squash to let people go by. You could nip through the galley and go down the back.
Indeed.
I mean, unbelievable.
And so the VC-10 must have been quite a harsh ride then, really, sort of.
I believe it was. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
But and it was a lovely aircraft. But if you know, it was a little. All of them were when there was times when they had a bit of turbulence.
Yes.
But the jumbo seemed to really absorb everything.
Soak it up
and
a little
soak
bit more.
Yeah. And I think for people who are a bit claustrophobic as well in a smaller aircraft, the jumbo expanded that to allow other people to try flying.
Which is why its popularity climbed so quickly, and therefore all the other aircraft fell into obscurity, really.
Well, yeah, I think they were over time maybe, but then they've gone back now, of course.
Yes, yes.
But then you also had the upstairs on this.
Of course.
For the first class, you had a lovely lounge.
Yes.
So the celebrities, you know, used to enjoy that.
And did you fly with celebrities?
Yes, I took Princess Margaret and also Princess Alexandra was on 2 flights.
Wow.
And my husband was, not my husband then, but I mean, he used to fly, and he had played backgammon with Oliver Reed.
Really?
Yeah.
With Ollie Reed?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
that's a great...
you know, there were a lot of people travelling, a lot of celebrities travelled with us.
Yes, yes, of course.
It's a novelty, I suppose.
Fantastic. Here's our crew. Are you serious? Wow, okay. Looks like a veteran skipper. I wouldn't say, I don't like to use the word veteran, but I would say somebody who's been used to flying the 747s quite often, I would have said. Might be completely wrong. Slightly younger first officer with him. So
they're all going to be looking at the telly, and the only one that they'll put on television will be that one without me.
Oh. Well, look, you're live to the world at the moment.
Am I?
You are live around the world on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter.
Wow.
On Big Jet TV. So you're the famous one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. Give us a wave. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. Bless. Yeah. I'd say a slightly younger first officer. He's about my age, I reckon. Maybe a bit younger, perhaps. But these are definitely
I'll grab you for an interview as well. I'm Jenny from Business Travel Agency.
So. Might get a little bit of a special bonus shot for you guys. Oh, that's what That's what Trev was talking about this morning. Shop, the manufacturer of the ton. I thought he was trying to talk German, but is that shop? He said, and I'm like, that's what he was talking about. Shop ton. So I think we might have a little jump out of what we're doing here right now, folks. Is just very briefly is United Dreamliner 10 approaching 27 right, and there she is now, dash 10. Just get her there. Wow, she's a long one. Okay, well.
I think they were, this one. I feel really comfortable on it.
Lifestyle shots of the crew here.
You stand here and get the AVIATION.
There we go. This is what we want. This is the shot we want.
All right, because we want to clear the apron. We need to clear the apron, clear the hangar. You're in charge of
Doors are closing. Is that doors closing? Lucky man.
Simon.
Hello, sir.
Hello there.
Welcome to London Heathrow. You're live on Facebook around the world and YouTube as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
You must be very delighted to have flown this aircraft here today.
Okay, so absolute highlight. So 100 years of BA, 50 years of the 747. And for me personally, over 25 of my 30 years in BA flying it. So real highlight. Lovely to be here. Thank you.
Fantastic. We'll try and get some more words with him a little bit later. Well, there we go. First interview out the box. Got me there before everybody else. Fantastic. I think we've got enough there to run a caption underneath it as well.
There'll be some footage somewhere.
Need to get his,
yeah, funny that. Well, there was a great picture actually. You tagged it in another picture.
Let's just take a little picture. What a picture. Oh, they're bringing her in. Sorry, sir. Can I just get a for my caption? Sure. I think I've got it. Got it? All right. Yeah.
Still got audio, yeah? Still
good.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great.
Behind the green line, yeah? Yeah, behind the pilot or the OAC.
right up to the green line. Up to the green line, please. To the green. I think that's Captain Dave, isn't it?
Well, if you want to stay here, you can do, or you can head up onto that balcony over there. It's up to you, but once you're there, you have to stay there.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. Fine.
All
Stay
right.
here.
Yeah, sure. So we've got to stay within this green area.
Yeah,
if that's
sure,
okay.
sure.
Yeah, if you head over to that. Let's go.
Got the option, but to be perfectly honest, I'll probably lose the shot there. Still holding good audience, Gilly?
Yeah, got it. It's all right. It's all right.
over there. Stuffing his face full of food. Fair play. Okay, I am just going to. Okay, I am now on the sticks. About that then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, some great feedback coming through on Twitter, YouTube and Facebook, folks. All of you guys, I'm glad I could make your day for you. This is what Big Jet TV is all about, is bringing you as many nostalgic moments as well as all the up-to-date new stuff that we do. Appreciating aviation right the way through the ages. Not just the new stuff, but the old stuff as well. Of course, this is something that us here at Big Jet TV have for quite some time actually been pressing British Airways, and again we're not sure whether or not this had any influence in their final decision, but great decisions on behalf of British Airways for their centenary year to paint, I think it's 3 or 4 of these 747s in the Boac iconic livery, and 320 in the BEA colours, I think. That's also going to look pretty smart, very much like Lufthansa's retro 320. Which we will probably catch a look at out in Munich on Wednesday. Don't want to keep harping on about it. Now, folks, just to let you know, also the first commercial flight of this aircraft is going to be tomorrow. That she's literally just coming into the hangar. All the inspections have been done. She will probably stay here overnight and then be moved down to gate a little bit later on. Or tomorrow morning. She will be departing London Heathrow around about 08:30, and we'll be planning to catch that departure from up on the roof at the Hilton Garden Inn. Any of you guys want to tune in for that? We'll get her taxiing up towards her position and then departing out of runway 27 left in the morning, tomorrow morning at 08:30. Then on Wednesday we will be live at Munich, as I have mentioned earlier on in this broadcast, with our team out there, who will be showing us around the tug operations, the ground operations at Munich.
which will be quite an exciting show. We'll be getting as much footage and information there as we can, literally sticking our noses in everywhere, just for our viewers on Big Jet TV. Unfortunately, that will be, well, not unfortunate for us and not unfortunate for our elite members, but for anybody wanting to watch that, you will need to be an elite member. It will be an elite only show on Wednesday, and it will be an elite only show tomorrow morning for the first departure of this beautiful aircraft. So we will leave you quite soon, and hope you've enjoyed the show. We certainly have, and obviously we will be seeing this very aircraft more often. Let's see if we can get an interview. Oh, let's see if we can get an interview, because he's actually just stand by. Just pop that in there. It's the best position.
Yeah, just prime me for what you're going to say, just so I know.
It's just literally how long you've flown for.
Yeah.
Get your name.
Yeah.
My name is Captain so-and-so.
Yeah, sure.
I've flown with British Airways for so many years.
Yeah.
I've flown with 757 for so many years. If you could just start that off.
Yeah, yeah.
Use that in the post-production.
Okay, so...
Tips of the toes, yeah.
Go on.
Sorry. And then it's the selection.
To see the film, everything.
I just didn't get any pictures of it as it came into hand.
Right, okay. Well, yes, all right. I'm
professional ones
sure,
as well.
actually,
Will be
but,
good.
but I've got a rough idea. So, what I can say
yes, I
is,
do.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. We'll just run through yeah, now we're doing discussion about the 747. Yeah, no, okay, right, that's okay, yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to get a little interview, folks.
You want hat on or off?
Oh, definitely hat on, sir.
Hat on, right.
Okay, so if I can just get you there. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Right, if I could just get your name and your rank and what you do with British Airways.
Okay, so my name's Paul Ambrose, and I'm a captain on the 747 fleet and also involved in training standards.
Okay, you must be very honoured to be flying this aircraft here into London Heathrow today.
Yeah, it's a real special moment. So 100 years of BA and its lineage, 50 years of the 747 this month, and I've had a love affair with this aircraft, so I've spent over 25 of my 30 years flying the 747 in one form or another. So a very special moment.
Of course, I mean, and when you started out flying with British Airways, what aircraft were you flying?
So I joined on something called the Lockheed TriStar. I flew that for a couple of years and then went on to the 747 100s and 200s, the classics as we call them now, and apart from a little break onto the short-haul Airbus, it's been 747s ever since.
Wow, the TriStars. Wow, another iconic aircraft, of course.
Yes.
Now, of course, one of the major features with the 747 is you're sitting so high up there on the top deck in the cockpit, compared to like the likes of the TriStar and other traditional aircraft. Is that something that you kind of have to get used to as a pilot because of the height?
Yeah, it is. So it's quite a big part of when we train people coming onto the fleet. We obviously use the simulator a lot, and they're supervised flying when they actually start flying the aeroplane for real, and just learning to adjust to that eye height. So yes, you're a long way from the wheels, definitely.
Yes, indeed. So you see a lot of younger pilots coming up through the ranks now, and of course the newer era of aircraft, the twin-engined, the 777, of course, it's been around for a long time, and the Dreamliner. Do you still see a number of the younger pilots wanting to fly the 747?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still got the risk of cliche, a really iconic appeal. And dare I say, it's probably now, in a sense, the last of an era, a real pilot's aircraft. It was one of the first or second generation glass cockpits, so it's quite old now. And that comes back to why I've been so committed to it. Just really enjoy flying this aeroplane, real pilot's aeroplane.
Yes, indeed, and of course you will have come from that analog era as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The old analog
yes.
flight decks right up to the...
flight engineers and clocks and dials, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Indeed. Wow,
yeah.
Fantastic. And of course these beautiful RB211 engines, you would have flown with the old JT9Ds on the 100s initially.
Originally the JT9s, and then the RB211 series, and that's really, really special for me because my late father was an engineer here, and he worked pretty well exclusively on the RB211 in his latter years with BA, so it's a really nice lineage for us as a family as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. So there's a lot of history within your family as well, a bit like
there
myself, my father flying.
Okay,
so
lovely.
The wing on the 747-400, it's got that extension on it. Do you find it quite twisty? Is it a lot easier to control? Or?
No, to be honest, from a pilot's point of view, it's not something that's noticeable because of that. It's one of the most swept wings of any airliner, so that gives it certain handling qualities and challenges. But no, the twisting isn't an issue to us, not at all.
Wonderful. Well, listen, sir, thank you so much for talking to us today, and congratulations once again. I understand you may be retiring this year, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, well, have a wonderful retirement. I'm sure you'll always remain an aviation fan.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Take care. All the best.
Thank you.
Cheers. Well, thank you very much indeed. That's fine. That's fine. No problem. Okay, so obviously majorly interrupted by the doors there, but what can you do? We can't redo the interview. So, guys, did we get that, Gilly? Did we get the... I know the audio was terrible, and I know we probably had people mentioning it, but really there's nothing we could do. Couldn't stop the interview because the captain is actually... on a time. Oh, okay. Well, there we go, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Again, tomorrow for Elite members, we will be live from London Heathrow for a short show just to film the BOAC 747 going out on its first commercial flight from London Heathrow. So we will see this beautiful, iconic aircraft exclusively on the Elite channel tomorrow morning. And then, of course, Munich on Wednesday. Join us there, all Elite members. If you want to become an Elite member, then you just have to go to the website and you can find out everything you need to know about that. And well, what a fantastic morning, and thank you so much for joining us, and especially a big shout out to all of you ex-air crew with BOAC and British Airways who've joined us today on the show, and we're so glad and so happy and honoured to be bringing you this this footage as well. So thanks once again to everybody for tuning in, and we will see Elite members tomorrow morning and on Wednesday as well. Otherwise, if you want to join us on Saturday morning for some Freeview, we will be live on Big Jet TV as well, and information on that can be found on our ticker on the website at the top of our website, bigjet.tv. That's where you need to go. Thanks very much indeed once again for tuning in. I'm Jerry Dyer, and you've been watching Big Jet TV. Thanks very much. Bye bye.
I get in trouble.